You can survive the monster, but can you live with what it left behind? Season 2 of Stranger Things isn't really about new monsters. It's about the old ones that hitch a ride home. Hawkins is trying to act normal. Pumpkins on porches, fog over fields, but underneath, everything's rotting. Will's back, but he's not back. Eleven's alive, but she's hiding. Hopper's fine, which is code for absolutely not fine. This is the season where fear moves in, takes the good couch, and pretends it pays rent. So let's talk about the things that follow you home. I love how season 2 opens like a small town postcard and then the edges start to curdle. That's how trauma works, right? You sweep it under the rug and it still shapes the room. Will's visions feel like every panic attack you thought you'd outgrown, louder, and now it knows the way out. The town keeps saying he's okay now, and his body keeps saying, no. Joyce is doing the thing that so many of us do, smiling, new boyfriend, fresh paint, while triple checking the locks every night. Hopper clocks in, clocks out, and drowns the noise in tasks. And 11 is a secret in the woods. Healing that looks like hiding, safer but lonely. Season 2 is what it's like when the dust settles and you realize the dust is alive. The Mind Flayer isn't a villain, it's a diagnosis. It doesn't pounce, it infects. It finds a host, copies the weather of a room, spreads through silence. If season 1's upside down was buried trauma, then season 2's Mind Flayer is what happens when that trauma goes viral. Collective anxiety, emotional contagion. It sees a crack and it says, oh good, a door. Midlife translation? Burnout with Wi-Fi? You think you've contained it, but everyone at home starts catching the mood. And the cure isn't a bigger weapon, it's heat, light, connection. You literally have to burn it out with warmth. Maybe the Mind Flayer is just the past in like a smarter outfit. The cabin is my favorite metaphor this season. Hopper says it's protection. 11 feels it's a cave. Both are true. That's the mess of love after loss. Protection can sound like control, and independence can look like abandonment. 11's learning that power isn't the same as being okay. Hopper's learning that being needed isn't the same as being right. Their arguments are so raw because they're both grieving, just in opposite directions. And still, when it counts, they choose each other. Connection is the bridge, every single time. Season 2 drops 3 wild cards on us. Bob Newby, superhero, is not cool, which makes him revolutionary. He brings peace into a haunted house. And yeah, his death hurts because it proves good men matter, even if they don't make it to the finale. He's hope in a Radio Shack polo. Max Mayfield, Mad Max, she's the outsider who refuses to read the script. She doesn't worship the boys' nostalgia, she rewrites it. Max is like fresh oxygen. She's the kid you needed to sit with at lunch. And then there's Billy Hargrove, the 80s bad boy archetype with real-life bruises behind the bravado. He's the monster without the tentacles. Proof that some horror wears cologne and drives a Camaro. He turns neon nostalgia into realism. The decade was not just mixtapes and moose. Together, they push Hawkins forward. Softness, new perspective, and the cost of inherited rage.